This call is now being recorded.
Thank you for calling customer service. You've reached Nino from Group 2. How may I help you today?
Hello, I called because I want to know more about process approach. Could you help me and enlighten me about this matter?
Sure thing. Now, I just want you to listen and watch this carefully.
Model for process definition. The process model is quite simple. It only contains three distinguishable elements: inputs of the process, output of the process, and the process or task. The process orientation helps the organization in identifying all the inputs, documenting them, and having a control over the quality of the product or the output by having a control over all the inputs and the process parameters. Any product manufacturing or service preparation and delivery can be modeled in this manner. A little analysis of every process will be out clearly all the three elements. Input of the process. The various inputs required for any process are bill of material, specification for each material, requirements for inspection for the incoming materials, and lastly is the procedure for the receipt of the material. Next is the output of the process. The output of the process consists of the following: the products or service to be delivered. Next is documents to be delivered. Third one is the specifications for all the above. Method of measurements for verifying conformance to the specifications. Lastly is the criteria for acceptance rejection.
The ETX model or the entry, task, and exit model.
E is for entry,
T for task, and the X for exit. The ETX model is the most popular process model. The value-adding process is called the task, and the new items in the diagram are the entry and exit. Entry is a condition to be satisfied before the task is undertaken, while the exit is a condition to be fulfilled before the task is considered complete. This is a diagram of ETX model.
In order for a business to prosper, it needs to eliminate weak points in its operation to improve process efficiency and quality. And that is what process improvement is all about. Increased efficiency provides better customer service, and better customer service results to higher revenues. For this to happen, it needs to undergo 6 phases or 6S of process improvement. The first one is study, understanding the basic business principles as well as how markets work, both internal and external, triggers improvement. Studying helps business to have better plans toward success. After gathering information, streamlining must be applied to eliminate hassles that may cause problems to the customer or employees. Once the essential processes are identified, they are to be simplified. By simplifying, it should be easier to manage the business operations. The goal here is to carry out the task without increasing the cost and compromising the quality.
Standardize. Standardization essentially permits performing the process in the same way by every employee at all times. Therefore, it requires a documented procedure. And for the synergize, no process is a standalone activity in any organization. A process may interact with at least 2 other processes, the customer and the supplier processes. Therefore, it is important that the effect of provision on other processes is checked. Strengthen. During this phase, a number of activities are carried out, and these are educating and convincing the process owners, their customers, and suppliers. Periodic counseling and assuring that the new process will perform better than old process. Lastly, monitoring the results and confirming that the process transition has occurred. The employees are confident and the process is processed as documented.
A supply chain management is a task of optimizing all activities throughout the supply chain so that products and services are delivered in the right quantity and quality to the right customer at the right time. Supply chain management involves activities such as demand planning, manufacturing planning and scheduling, supply planning, and transportation planning. Demand planning is a planning process that efficiently schedules manufacturing orders with production capacity. Supply planning process meets customers' demand based on available inventory and transportation resources. Transportation planning is a planning process to efficiently schedule, load, and deliver shipments to customers while taking into account constraints such as delivery date, mode of transportation, courier, and the like. The performance of SCM is to efficiently integrate suppliers, manufacturers, warehouse, and retailers so that products can be produced and distributed efficiently at optimal costs.
What is Kanban? The Kanban system was developed by Mr. Taichi Ono, Vice President of Toyota. Kanban stands for Kan means card and Ban means signal. The Japanese refer to Kanban as a parts movement system that depends on cards and boxes or containers to take parts from one workstation to another on a production line. The essence of the Kanban concept is that a supplier or the warehouse should only deliver components to the production line as planned when they are needed, so that there is no storage in the production area. A Kanban is a card containing all the information required for the jobs to be carried out in a production at each stage along its path to completion and which parts are needed at the subsequent process. These cards are used to control work in progress production and inventory flow. A Kanban system allows a company to use just-in-time production and ordering systems, which allow them to minimize their inventories while still satisfying customer demands. It consists of a set of these cards, with one being allocated for each part being manufactured that travel between preceding and subsequent processes.
Withdrawal Kanban. The main function of a withdrawal Kanban is to pass the authorization for the movement of parts from one stage to another. It gets the parts from the preceding process and moves them to the next process. A withdrawal Kanban usually carries the following informations: the part number, the part name, lot size, routing process, name of the next process, location of the next process, name of the preceding process, container type, container capacity, and number of container released. The withdrawal Kanban layout can be designed in many ways in order to display this information. However, production Kanban's main function is to release an order to the preceding stage to build the lot size indicated on the card. The production Kanban card should have the following informations: materials required, parts required, and of course the informations.
A cell is configured normally for speed and material handling and can reap substantial benefits in cost saving, time compression, and inventory reduction. Cellular manufacturing and work cells are at the heart of lean manufacturing. Their benefits are many and varied. They increase productivity and quality. Cells simplify material flow, management, and accounting systems. Work cell is work unit larger than an individual machine or workstation, but smaller than the usual departments or assembly lines. Typically, it employs 3 to 12 people and 5 to 15 workstations in a compact arrangement. The goal of cellular manufacturing is to move as quickly as possible, make a wide variety of similar products while making as little waste as possible.
Single-piece flow. Single-piece flow is a lean manufacturing concept that is aimed to achieve a discrete flow of work in contrast to batch production approach. In simple terms, it means one-by-one processing of a product. A single unit of product flows between different processes. It follows the old maxim, one step at a time, as there is just one unit flowing. There is no wait time in between processes. Single-piece flow is also known as continuous flow processing or one-piece flow. Single-piece flow is closely associated with the just-in-time system popularized by Toyota. It requires continuous examination and improvement of the production line that eventually leads to lower costs, reduction of waste, and error-free output. Advantage of single-piece flow. It speeds the process, reduces work in process, it's cheaper and cost-saving, early detection of critical errors, and lastly, scale and automation.
Thank you so much. I learned a lot today.
So glad to help. Thanks so much for your call today. I just wanted to ask you before ending the call if there's anything else I can help you with, ma'am.
No, it's all good.
Great. Thank you so much and have a nice day.